I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, yo, what's up, Josh Boy Fade again, so welcome back to another Warframe video. So today I'm here to talk to you guys about companions and Frost. Okay, so as you know, Frost is, Icy Avalanche augment mod, which gives overguard to you and your teammates, no matter I want to say within affinity range, if I'm not mistaken. It scales out the amount of damage that we do. But so we're gonna absolutely exploit that for our companions and also ourselves, and also while dealing tons and tons of cold damage, stacking on tons of cold stacks, while also increasing our critical damage as well, thanks to the cold, cold crit damage passive. But that's besides the point. If you guys are new to the channel, just got that like and subscribe button for the book, because it's about Tuggy. Good. Cue the intro.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more.
Alright guys, let's go ahead and get into Frost's handy dandy abilities. So, as you guys know, Frost is an absolutely solid frame, one of the originals. Not to one, but cold status effects from Frost abilities have their duration increased by 100%. Frost gains 50 armor per enemy inflicted with cold status, so you can increase his armor indefinitely. Like, you can increase his armor by so much, but we're not doing that today. But you definitely should if you want to go for like large survivability. So first we have freeze, which is he sends an ice cube freezing enemies, dealing 267 area damage and 623 damage, and the duration lasts 15 seconds with a radius of 9.5 meters, so 10 meters. We're gonna round that up. And next we have the freeze force augment, so increase the radius as well, that we're able to give extra cold damage to ourselves and our allies. That includes our companions. And next we have ice wave. Now this definitely should be yours to swimmable, but to be honest, I like it. I love crystallizing and freezing enemies. This gives a maximum stack of cold with a 60-degree angle, so it's like a how do you say, it's like a cone shape. So if you increase your range, you can also increase the length of it and also the cone size. All right, next we have snow globe. This is huge. Frost deep freezes any vapor and moisture in the area, creating a protective sphere with brief invulnerability to boost its strength. Okay, so as soon as you blah, blah, blah.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
As soon as you proc this, you're able to, how do you say, it's invulnerable to gain damage, kind of like Nezha's warding halo, and also Rhino's iron skin. But this is for your snow globe. So you get 267 area damage when you destroy it. Time invulnerable is 4 seconds. Its health is 9,000 health, but it will also increase from the damage that it takes. I'm not really sure how it scales. It doesn't really tell me, but it also gives a 0.033 cold per second. So with a maximum of 10 stacks, that is the freeze point for an enemy. All right, now we have avalanche. Costs quite a bit, but that's because the mods were running. So damage we deal is 2,670. We have a freeze duration of 8 seconds. We reduce 106 armor. Explosion radius about so that's for enemies that die, they explode, dealing 702 more cold damage. But we have an overguard cap of 2,600. Now that does increase. You can increase that. It scales with your ability strength, so you can further increase that. But to be honest, we don't need too much ability strength just for this build. It is actually, I'm not gonna lie guys, it's absolutely insane. I've actually been having a very good time, but I feel like I'm just talking. But armor to conversion is 36 percent of damage dealt will be converted into that. So the more enemies in the area, and the more that you hit with this, you do 36% you will gain. So the more enemies, the better. And all right, and we are running the Versarian with Void Snare and Guardianship. And like I said, it's very, very, very different. So we're running Summoner's Wrath to increase the damage of our companions, which have a huge buff for our beast companions. but by 70%. So companion and summon damage, but we don't have any summons. Now you can further increase it if you want to go Anaros's desecration cats. Those do count as summons, and I want to say those are the only actual summons that you can helmet as well. But next we have power drift. You go with like constitution or something, or not constitution, cutting drift to increase the range. But I got equilibrium, blind rage, freeze force, icy avalanche, prime flow, Argus for more damage, overextended, and adaptation. Now you can also go auger reach, but I just wanted a little more just so we can hit over that threshold so we can get a full armor strip. You have more augmentant and arcane blessing. If you're wondering why I'm not running arcane Kamisado, because your companion does not count as summon. Kamisado only works for your summons, for your summon companions. It does not work for your companions themselves. But I definitely recommend if you're using it on like Korra, if you want to go that route, definitely worth for sure. All right, next we have, oh wait, also arcane to have max energy and just max health, because you know base health is a lowish shit, because we're going like all DPS guys. And next we're running Strident Prime. Doesn't really matter, we're not using it like at all. We're going full melee, but reason being just so we can keep our companion up at all times and alive. So we have primary frostbite. Now the cool thing about primary frostbite on cold status effect, not cold shots or headshots, anything that's proccing cold will proc primary frostbite. Get 3% crit damage, stacking up to 40 times, as you guys know. We'll give it 12 seconds. And oh, of course, how about 3%? Okay, 2.25. I do not know that. I do not know that. Multiply by 40. Multiply by 40. I say about 80% crit damage or 90%. Yeah, it's 90%. So you gain 90% crit damage with primary frostbite. And we're also running Epitaph as our primer, which I should throw some things on, but it'll be alright. But yeah, if you wanted to proc thing, all you gotta do, proc cold, you can just throw on your cold mods. You don't want it to do that, or you could just go freeze force as well. But this is just the build that I usually run. Don't need galvanized crosshairs. Oh my god, I'm just letting y'all know I'm cutting all of this out. All of this out. I didn't know we can do that. Alright, but here, secondary shiver, Epitaph, satiate, damage, multi-shot, prime target crack, creeping bullseye, hemorrhage. Now, we also get a full stack and also a 70 chance of proccing slash on our enemies for anything with fire rate below 2.5, which our fire rate is 1.4 a second, which go we don't need any fast shoot type because our area is so good. Now prime formation is much better than formation, but this is all we have for at the moment. But yeah, and we go perpetual agony for more status duration, so they stay frozen more, and secondary shiver. Enemies take 22.5% cold damage at max stacks. That would be 45% cold damage per cold status. And like I said, we're proccing cold status constantly, so enemies are dying, guys. And so I have Okina Prime, just so we can just, keep our enemy alive. Also give us additional moves speed, so we can actually keep up with our companion. Oh my god. Alright, and for the bread and butter of this build, guys, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm going the Panzer Vopophyla. You can pretty much go anything you want, just because it's you guys can really go anything you want. It really depends on your playstyle. I just prefer the Panzer Vopophyla just because of its mods. So let's go ahead and get into the build for our Panzer. It was just formless, by the way. We have Panzer Devolution, Fear Sense. The combat senses the weakness of enemies within 25 meters. 25 meters is a large radius, which is pretty much around the same radius as our Avalanche. So further increasing their damage that they deal by 200%. And enemies are staggered with a 30% chance to be knocked down. As we have Hunter Command, Contagious Bond, Viral Quills, Resourceful Retriever, Duplex Bond, Sharpened Claws, for restore armor and deal a 300% extra damage. Next we have Pack Leader, so when we deal damage with melee, we name our companion Overguard. Next we have Fetch, just to bring things closer, and Duplex Bond does further spread all that damage. And Hunter Command is so good since we have Duplex Bond. That means the clones of your companion will also attack, shredding enemies in the area, which is insane, guys. And for the build, we have a couple of new mods along as well. So when you're running a companion, you want a weapon, right, with high crit chance, so you can get this nice crit chance and crit multiplier. So I'm running Maul, immunity resistance for status damage, frenzied posture. The companion prefers to charge at any targeted attacks with instead status duration. Doesn't matter if you have Hunter Command, it will automatically attack those enemies. There's have Swipe, attacking 4 additional enemies within 2 meters. Oh well, so technically aiming, so it's boom boom boom, kind of like a zigzag. Next we have Magnetic Claws for more status duration. Next we also have Radon Claws, which is super good, which is also from the 1999 area. Next we have Chilling Claws. This is our bread and butter, and since this Chilling Claws is not fusing with our Magnetic Claws, since it's a flat cold thing, but also converts all elemental damage from these claws to cold damage. It's just so it's dealing magnetic and radon, which is good. So it's dealing radiation, making enemies confused, along with stripping their overguard, which is insane. Now you can further increase this if you throw an assassin's posture, but I just want frenzy posture just so we kill stuff a lot faster, so we focus on one enemy. But yeah, guys, that is the build. So I'm definitely gonna try how do you say, the good stuff every now and again. But for right now, I've actually really been enjoying Frost. Definitely probably gonna play him on the stream. I do stream on YouTube and Twitch, whichever one you prefer. 34 games on Twitch, and for YouTube it is 50, as you guys are already here. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please guys hit that like, subscribe button yet again. And I had a good time. Hope you guys had a good time too. Me and your boy Faded. I'm out. You did catch the next one. Peace.
I feel like Bruno, but call me Uno, cause I got one of them with me. And I'm a beast, pity, This shit gon' bang, shitty, Gotta put on for my city, Bitch, I keep everything I think I had enough. All this money got me acting up.